Don't make music like this anymore.
They don't make music like they just make this.
Where'd Presley go?
It's in the back of this.
Amen.
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 You like that, don't you? I wouldn't myself on the way.
Yeah, I hope I don't start stuttering.
I don't want to be selfish, but I picture myself.
Sometimes I do, bro.
How do you respond?
I let the Jews and the
Jews
Jews
talk.
Watch Basic King with his right now.
Best Kanye song, Put It On.
Put it on right now. Like, definitely not foul to stretch my hands.
Can we get much higher?
Alright, welcome to another episode of Out of There podcast. I got the guys with me, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, introduce yourself. We start from this way, go on down there.
My name's Cannon.
Cannon back. My name is James McKee. You know how it is.
My name's Keith.
My name's Presley.
I gave him a full government name.
Press. Yes.
Press, Mr. Press,
The
man.
rapper Pressed.
Yeah.
P Money.
Underground artist.
The best Kanye West song to me is probably, honestly, used to be Father Stretch My Hands Part 1. I think it's Flashing Lights.
I love that shit, though.
Hell yeah.
That is a good one.
I love Father Stretch My Hands. The beat drop is just amazing. You in my beautiful morning. Nah,
Yeah,
bro, that shit.
okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's Flashing Lights though. It's just, dude, that beat, the rising violins in the back, it's just it's perfect. Perfect song.
I think I gotta go with like maybe On Sight. Or no. Blood on the Leaves.
That's
Blood
a
on the
really good
Leaves.
song.
Blood on the Leaves.
That's
Blood
a
on the
good
Leaves.
song.
That boom.
Iconic,
Boom.
As everybody in America, everyone knows
Everyone's
now.
been talking about
The submarine. I don't know those guys. Who
It was like
Bunch of rich dudes.
it was the CEO of like the company was in there,
yeah.
and like a bunch of like billionaires, stuff like that, and like one
They
of them brought his
different,
son.
bro. See, this is what I'm saying.
I got $1 billion.
Okay. The billionaires got together, went in the submarine because they know something that we don't know. Okay, they know something. They went down there. The submarine imploded.
Oh yeah.
And then they went into another dimension.
It's just some.
That's
it's
my
some,
take on that.
Yeah, it's some
They probably
Epstein
found Atlantis.
type shit.
Listen.
Did you see that the controller survived, but the submarine didn't?
I think they're dead.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah.
imploded.
They are dead.
No
I feel
shit.
like, honestly, I know you're not supposed to say it, but I feel like the government put a hit out on these people.
Or like they were like,
That's
we can
it,
make it
bro.
like an accident.
I don't
They
think-
always
feel like it was just like,
I don't
yo,
think
let's get on
that's
the
it.
submarine,
I don't think
bro.
that's it.
Because there was another YouTuber the day before. He's supposed to be on the submarine too, and the day before, because of weather conditions, he ended up having to go back to where he's from.
I think
So he didn't get on it
In
either.
that one thing.
Yeah, it was longer than like it looks.
Obviously,
but, like,
it would have never worked.
nah.
And that, like, I feel
Well,
like
like,
it was like.
If y'all see the video of it closing, it's literally in
You
two
could barely
pieces.
fit the 5
It's in
people.
2 pieces, and they literally put it together. Like, how do y'all think 2 pieces that aren't connected are going to keep up to that kind of water?
No, it's not certified by anything
know what they
anywhere.
would
They literally
The
used an
CEO
Amazon controller to control it.
Yeah, I seen that part.
And that
was
shit survived.
stupid.
And
I
that
was
shit
like,
CEO
survived,
that
but the
was
whole
on
rest
it
of it
literally
didn't.
said, "Yeah, we cut corners making it, but it's okay."
Like, bro, what?
That's literally what he said. I don't need to see
The
it.
greatest kill count of all time.
It's
bro.
going for it.
Hell
So
yeah.
these are millionaires and billionaires.
And
Yes.
they're getting on a
Getting
crappy
in this
submarine.
cheap ass
Yes.
submarine.
Homemade.
With
Like,
no
go
certified
down,
anything,
all
no
the way down
certification.
to the ocean.
Yeah.
Look at
So
it.
look at the Titanic.
Like 16,000,
You
like,
can look
like
at it on a
1,600
TV.
feet down, I think.
I'm not buying none of that.
Hell
no.
Yeah.
Because you got to
I don't
remember,
really know.
some people are just stupid.
Yeah, they just died.
They just stupid, you know.
That shit
Some
probably
people are
just-
just
the
dumb
moment it
as
hit,
shit,
the-
and they
But
just
these are all
die.
billionaires, so like they're not stupid.
Doesn't
Yeah.
no, they can
That's
still
what
be
I'm saying,
stupid, bro.
like, somebody had to be like, man, hey,
Yay, we is not about
Like,
to.
if my billionaire ass walks up to this sub and I look at it and I see it from the outside, I saw pictures. I'd be like, I don't know about that, especially
Hey.
since they didn't even get to see it in person. They had to put it behind a screen, so you're just
Right.
watching a screen.
You're
Like,
smarter
what's
than a
the
billionaire.
point?
Then be happy.
Anybody
Yeah.
black would have been like, no, sir.
It's a white
I'm not
person
fucking
thing.
with that. Look, hey, who all been on this before?
Exactly.
Anybody seen Titanic before this shit?
Oh
The
yeah,
movie?
I watched the movie.
No, I never watched the
I watched the
movie.
movies.
Yeah.
They
like,
only
talking
see
about, like,
shit on YouTube. Like, they go down there. And,
Yeah, there's videos of it. I'm fine with that. I don't have to see it in person. I believe it looks like that.
Or like,
you
a
know?
real, like a real submarine. I do a real submarine, but not a.
It would have to
This
at least be
year is
certified by
crazy.
someone.
Yes.
That thing had no.
Like there wasn't even seats. They were just sitting in a metal tube. Like
And they had
knew
one
they were
little
going
toilet
to
that was just like a
die, bro.
bucket.
They knew they were.
they
going
had to
die,
been like
bro.
just pretty much preparing to
As soon
commit
as they said
suicide.
they lost signal, I'm like, yeah, they died.
Yeah, the
fine.
moment they lost signal, it just crushed up. They're that bad at driving that
When
shit.
did it not sink?
It doesn't matter. It imploded.
Yeah, but then it would have
So when it
It would have
implodes,
sunk instant. You
I
just
guess it's
die
a
like
fast
that.
death, and they ain't suffering now,
It's
I
the
guess.
best thing that could happen to us instead of running out of air. That's for
I'm just scared to get on a regular submarine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
My
do that.
submarine doesn't even have like windows. They're like a military submarine. Like, they
See
had
out
a
of it?
window and like a digital screen on
So you
it.
can't even see out of it.
At a submarine, no.
Oh,
Unless you go up and put the binoculars.
then
up.
what's the point, bro?
Well, the point's not to look around the ocean in a submarine.
Oh, bro. So
Yeah.
I think ocean is scary.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yes.
would, yeah.
The ocean's freaky, bro.
Low-key being on a
What would you say from your high school years is your wildest memory from your high school years?
Probably senior beach week. A week of nonsense.
A week of
Bro, I'm talking
nonsense.
Phone parties, people yelling out the cars, fights.
Dude,
Yeah,
Myrtle
everybody-
Beach gets nutty, dude.
You're allowed to be trashy in Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach
That's
is
why I love
trashy,
it.
bro. That's what it's
Myrtle Beach
made
is
for,
white
is for
trash
trashy.
capital, dude.
The last time we were there, I was
It's
walking around
horrible.
barefoot on the road, and I was like, "But it's okay because Myrtle
It's
Beach.
Myrtle
Beach.
Beach.
You're allowed to do that at
You
Myrtle
do
Beach."
whatever at Myrtle Beach. Like, it's
Laws
Myrtle Beach
go out the
after
window.
all.
Law is out the window.
The
in
sleeves
Myrtle
get cut
Beach,
off and the
you're
laws
right.
are gone.
It's
when
the
you use Myrtle
Wild
Beach, bro.
West.
It is.
But the craziest thing I did when I was out there was go to this phone party.
Mhm.
Right? Never been to a phone party.
phone.
Yeah, phone, like
Oh,
shit
party.
coming from the ceiling. You know, I didn't dress for the occasion.
Oh, no.
I didn't know what a phone party was.
Yeah.
Water, you know, like everybody else got on bikinis and
Oh no.
swim trunks, and
You
I'm like,
sloshing around in there?
by that time we ain't give a fuck. We was already drunk. We was in there and we just the music was everybody was in there turned. I just had something got back home. You know, I was the one driving. I don't remember. But we did. We got home. We did a whole bunch of shit. It was lit.
Good lord.
What about y'all, like high school experience?
Man. Oh, I
That's
know
the
you-
craziest thing you
we
think
need to-
happened at
this
our
is
high
the
school. That might have been the
Uh,
craziest time.
Whenever I was in high school, there used to be this shit in Georgia. It was like they called it like CBD, vape juice, but like it was not that shit. I don't know what it was. It was some vape juice. You go in there, you order that shit. They bring out a plastic bottle with no labels on it, no letters, no words, nothing, and they put a label on it. Kentucky Roads, which was kind of weird and funny. I thought 'cause I'm from there, but dude, I would smoke that shit. You take 2 hits off that shit, bro, and literally the world would start like moving and shit, like the Doctor Strange movies and shit, dude. Like one time I hit that shit in the hallway, and all of a sudden the hallway legit just went and just started spinning like that, and I was sitting there, I was like, I looked at Keith. Keith was next to me. And I was like, shit.
Yeah, I had to cover for him in Spanish class because he'd go into the bathroom for like 30 minutes just chiefing on that thing. He'd come back like, he'd sit down like, what are we doing in class today, Keith?
Yeah.
Like, we're doing Spanish,
One time I
bro.
started acting up so bad in class, Keith had to
He
like,
started
he
yelling.
had to pull his phone out and put his earbuds into it, and then put both earbuds into my ears, full volume on the Viking TV show. So I'd be distracted,
'Cause the
and I would
teacher-
quit making a fool.
The teacher would
in
come
a
over.
scene.
Be like, what's wrong, Cannon? He's like,
He's
I'm
high as
like,
hell.
I'm like,
Yeah,
he's
this one
just
time I was like chilling in the bathroom hitting it, and I was just minding my own business, and this dude comes in, he's like, "Yo, let me hit your neck," and I'm like, "Yo, dude, it's not nicotine. You don't want to hit this. You do not want to." He's like, "Let me hit your THC." Then I'm like, "It's not THC. You don't want to hit this." And he was like, "Bro, I can handle it. Let me hit it." And I was like, "Dude, you don't want this." And he was like, "No, I do." And I was like, "All right." So I handed him that shit. He hit it like maybe like 4 or 5 times, and that I knew he was fucked. And he hit like 4 or 5 times. He just disappeared. And after that class, since I'm walking in the hallway, dude, he walks up to me. His eyes are bugged the fuck out, and that, like I swear to God, they're like light purple, like where they're normally red when you're high. It's like light purple. And he's looking at me. He grabs me by my shirt, and I'm like sitting in the hallway. He's like, "What'd you give me, man?"
I
And
always wanted to hit stuff that they
and I
couldn't
was like,
handle. There in the
"It's your
bathroom.
fault for hitting it. I told you it wasn't that shit." I didn't know what it was, so I couldn't tell him. You know what I mean? But
They would hit anything in those bathrooms if you had it.
oh yeah, that's how Georgia is.
You could
They'll
literally
smoke
bring in a
whatever
meth
the
pipe,
bathroom.
bro. You'd be like, let me hit that, bro. Let me hit that.
You go to the-
Oh, so you graduated from Georgia?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
both
we
from
both did
Georgia.
the same high school.
Yeah, you go to the bathrooms in Georgia, someone's smoking something.
They're always chiefing in there, bro. You want this, bro? I just want to piss, man.
Like
You
one
know?
time I went to the bathroom, some dude just sitting up in there drinking some beer. He had like a 6-pack. And I was like, "Give me one of them."
Or one
So I sat in there, I drank with him. And then one time I sat in there, I was drinking a couple Four Locos.
Oh my god.
warm
couple-
too, weren't they?
Couple
They were
Four
warm
Locos.
too, weren't they?
Yeah, they were hot.
Yeah, they were
But, like
hot.
our school didn't care, so it was like I just never got caught doing
Our
shit.
school was pretty
Like
unruly.
I did all that shit. Like I would smoke at school, I would drink at school, but I got caught and suspended for so long for having a vape.
Dude, they cared
Having a
lot
mango
about
jewel
vapes.
pod, dude, they went crazy. They're like,
They
"We
really
know you
did.
have it
Well,
on."
why
Why were you in the bathroom at 10:42 a.m. hitting on a mango jewel pod with blah blah and blah in the blah hallway bathroom? And I was like, damn, bro, you got the
Damn,
receipts.
feds.
At that point, I literally went, all right, bro, you got me. And I reached my back pocket and I put it on the table. And I was like, you need too much for me to keep
Y'all
lying.
got
Like,
some-
gotten into any like fights?
Yeah.
I've got so it's me and my friend Lee, right? And-
Lee.
Yeah.
Oh, Lee.
No, dude, we're at his house, right? And we were like boxing. He had just got these boxing gloves. So we're fighting. He's a big dude. He's like bulky, like 6'1". This dude, like, we're squaring up. He cocks his arm back, dude, and just gut punches the shit out of me, dude. And I don't mean that figuratively, bruh.
Oh, nah.
Dude, I fell to the ground. It's so funny. He gets on top of me. He's about to start wailing. He goes,
Did you shit on yourself?
did you shit yourself? I literally beat the shit out of you, bro. I was
Man.
like, I guess,
You're like, I guess you did.
I'm just
You gotta go fight him again.
hell yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta get that back, bro. And
What is leaving?
I'm not saying no names or nothing.
Oh,
But
God.
Not on my 20th birthday. You know
God,
who you are, bro.
stop.
Attack me. Attack me on my 20th birthday. I'm
He's
trying to have a good
calling
time.
out
You know who you are, motherfucker. Nothing. You can ask Keith. He was there. I was really sitting there. Bro started trying
It
to
was
start a fight
because-
between me. He was trying to invite people to my crib on my birthday. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, because I'm secretive as fuck. You know what I mean? I don't want people to know where I live. And so he's inviting these people over. I don't know. And I'm like, dude, you can't. Nah, fuck that. And he's like, well, I already told them on the way. And I was like, well, you need to tell them to turn around. And he was like, nah, bro, you can do it. And I was like, nah, you got it, bro. And so he went on his phone trying to say that Cannon wants to, start shit with whoever. So I grabbed that shit out of his hand just to delete it. The moment, dude, this man's phone left his hand, he came up swinging. So I tossed that shit to the side and I was like, bro, we don't need to do this. I was like, we're best friends. We don't that shit made me mad. So we kind of started wrestling then. We were about to hit the ground and then Keith and Taylor finally stepped in, bro. And this dude started big. They waited until I finally started getting the upper hand. And they're like, wait, Cannon, let go. And I was like, bro.
Well, I was hoping you guys.
This
would just
man's been
finish
throwing
it,
me
bro.
around for the
I didn't
past
wanna
10
get-
minutes.
I want to get in on that. I want to get hit.
I finally landed the headlock and I feel him start pulling on me. And I'm like, dude.
They
He's
got him and Ryan and Hunter are brothers, bro. We played beer pong and it gets bad. Like Hunter is
In
not
beer
missing.
pong?
Yes, Hunter's
Yeah.
not missing. He's turning around doing behind the back, and he's looking at his younger brother, who's so competitive, and like rubbing it in his face bad. And Ryan just runs and spears at him, and no one's doing anything. And then freaking, because Hunter did perform martial arts, he's a firefighter. He flipped him over, bro. Put him in a headlock, like pulled it back, bro. As soon as that happened, bro, Keith was all over Hunter, bro. Keith had Hunter in a headlock, and Hunter had Ryan in a headlock. And I was just in there watching.
You got any
bro.
good drunk stories?
What
Best
for
drunk
Logan?
story.
So I have a really shitty CRV. And one night I was with my friends and we were drinking and we called it the suicide vodka because it was from a gas station. It was like a handle of that shit and it was bad. And so we're taking shots and I'm taking these shots and we're getting to the point where we're way too drunk to be leaving this house. You know what I mean? Like I should not have left that night. But I took a shot and it's like, you know how you can get a shot about halfway down and it's kind of like you're kind of holding it, trying to get it down, just trying to come back up. It was sitting out there halfway down my throat and I was like, I'm sitting there trying to, stomach the shot. And this dude looks at me. He goes, "Tastes like chemicals, don't it?" And I just went, just threw up all over the fucking place. And so, I'm trying to clean the shit when I'm drunk, and these people are talking mad ass shit to me about throwing up. And I'm like, this is not my fault. My socks are covered in throw up, bro. I put my shoes on. I'm like, fuck this. I walk out there. I get my shitty ass CRV, and I take off into the night. I woke up in bed. I'm kind of hungry, looking for my nicotine. And so I pick up my blanket, it's like looking at the blanket, and I'm wearing like women's running. I was like, let's just keep moving. So I go out to my car to find my nicotine, and I'm out there. And I look at my car, and my bumper is laying on the ground.
What?
My hood is dented in. My grill's missing. And I was just like, I sat there, and then I walked around. I was looking at the front of the car, and I looked down, and there are my socks. And my socks, I pick them up, and they're like dripping in water. And enough water where I could like wring them out, and like the water like hitting the ground. And I was like, what the fuck? And so like all that shit built up, and so I was like, I gotta figure out what I did last night. What I hit. So it obviously wasn't anything living, so we're good on that. Not one thing was dented in or knocked over. So I have no clue where I went that night or why I was soaking wet in women's running shorts. Yeah, but I woke up, I was wearing like one of those big ass puffy Carhartt jackets and those women's running shorts, and I was like, oh no, because I don't know where I went. It was a bad time, so I couldn't went anywhere that night. My gas was on, my gas tank was on E, so I went somewhere.
I went to Jersey, this past weekend, right? I was sitting at a food truck, and while I was ordering food, this guy comes up to me, and the dude who's giving us the food, he knows us, he knows my dad, my parents, and everybody.
Yeah.
So he tells the guy who walks up to the food truck, he's like, "Hey, yo, these rock kids," that was my dad's name. These rock kids. He was like, oh yeah, y'all rock kids? I was like, yeah. He was like, you know, your dad used to fuck my mom. Like,
Dude, what do you even say to that?
I just took off running.
A word?
I was crying and laughing.
Tip thoughts, man.
But he just thought, I
Yo,
guess that's what
dad
he
fucked my mom.
Your dad was fucking my mom.
I'm like, my bad, bro.
That makes us king.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You fucked a lot of people's moms.
I
You know?
bad, but I didn't think my dad was like that. Plain as hell.
A character change.
Yeah.
Dad Lord dropped on him.
That dad
You
was
got
crazy.
any drunk stories, Presley?
Any drunk stories?
Preston's got
Yeah.
a drunk
They all
story.
end with him throwing
You
up.
know damn well he does.
Okay, so this is maybe like. Oh no, I'll tell the one at the beach. So we were at the beach.
Well
all of us
documented.
were
We all
at
have
the beach.
pictures of all of it.
Yeah,
We do.
we're all at the beach, bro. Listen, if I know if I'm like at a place, I don't drink crazy really during the week or on the weekends. But if I know we're celebrating for something, I go in drink.
Yeah.
So I think we got
So
more
much.
alcohol every day. We went back to the
Yeah,
store
like
and bought
literally.
alcohol.
Every day we buy
We get,
multiple
like,
cases of beer.
Dude, it was
Liquor bottles,
48 beers. We did
Smirnoff,
that.
we need
White
need
Claws,
more.
everything.
Yeah, we
Every
got
day,
everything.
multiple packs.
It was so bad.
Yeah, but anyway, so I don't even know what I was drinking, bro. And we were eating a lot of just shit. I just remember opening this thing of basketball.
Yes, we do. The picture's awesome.
We'll blur the face.
I'm thinking about
Who is it?
I'm holding it right here, and I look at the bottom of it, bro. I look up at the TV, I'm like, dude. I just remember, I don't even remember my stomach hurt. I remember just feeling warmth coming out of my body.
He's on a big old recliner.
Pause.
Pause.
He's on a big old
Warmth
recliner.
is coming
leaning
out my
A huge
body.
recliner,
Pause.
so
Of
much.
milky, chocolatey throw up just everywhere.
He filled up the
bro.
whole tub of
I
ice cream
filled up
with
the
his
whole
throw
tub
up.
of
And then it was
ice
all
cream.
over him on his
And, it was
chest.
and I
on
was
the
sitting
couch.
crisscross applesauce.
And I was sitting
It was
across.
like filled up
I
in
was
his
sitting
legs like a
across
little
from him.
pool of throw up. It was bad.
You were just sitting.
I was not. I was just going buck wild, and that was one of the really bad.
Everyone had to
firsts.
suffer for it.
You're
Yeah.
moving up. Now you just fall asleep on the ground. That's way
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got a good one. So me and James had just recently come back from a cruise, right? We had just come back from a cruise. We were on this thing drinking, boy. I got this drink package for us, and it limited you at how many drinks?
You get 12 drinks a day.
12?
15.
No, it was 15. It was 15
Damn.
drinks. I go up to the bar. They had this drink called Red Rum's Treasure. I said, let me get one of those. So I get my drink. We go over to this hot tub. We chilling in the hot tub. I'm like, don't feel good. And then we all get out. I think we're walking. We're moving. I go over and see these dudes talking. And I got one more shot of cognac. So I go over and get me a shot of cognac. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to drain this shit, boy. I'm already fucked up. So I go over to where they at. I'm just kind of chilling over there a little bit. I take a shot, bro. And that dude's like, oh, you taking a shot of that? Yeah. I said, yeah, I'm taking a shot of that yak, baby. I take a shot of that shit. I'm like, hey, yak don't taste too good, dog. I put that shit down, bro. I'm over here walking. I'm like, he's like, hey, you look kind of, he's like, I said something like, you good, man? I just start walking. I feel it coming up my stomach. I start throwing up. It's like pulsing from my hand, bro. I'm like, I can't let it out. Then I get to the recycling bin because they ain't have a trash can there.
Yeah.
I just let all that shit get out.
Bro,
Boy, when you're talking about throwing it up, I was like 15. It was like New Year's Eve. I was like 15. It was like New Year's Eve. My buddy just picked me up because he's a little bit older than me, so he could drive. And I was just drinking Fireball straight for hours before he picked me up. Just straight Fireball, straight Fireball, straight Fireball. We started smoking blunts in the car, and that shit got me way fucked up. And then we got to his house, and I had some more Fireball hidden in my jacket in a water bottle. So I pulled that shit out, and I started drinking the rest of that Fireball. Then he's like, yo, do you want a beer? And I was like, hell yeah, I want a beer. And, you don't do that shit, especially with Fireball. You don't drink a beer if you drink Fireball. And I drank that shit, dude. And I'm sitting on the couch, and they're all talking and stuff. And I just remember everything got real fuzzy, dude. And I'm sitting there, like, exactly like this, bro. And a big-ass, like, puffy Carhartt jacket that has, like, pockets on the inside. Sitting there, everything gets real fuzzy. And I kind of feel it. I go, this one dude looks at me, he goes, you good, bro? And I'm like, yeah. And he looks back at the TV, and as he looked away, I opened my jacket up, hold open that pocket, and I was, throw up in the pocket, bro. And I look up, and nobody's looking at me, dude. I just zipped that shit closed, and I was like, I stood up, I said, I need to go get some fresh air real quick. And then after I walked out the door, it kind of went black for a couple of moments. And whenever I came back to, I was sitting there like bent over like this, literally just projectile vomiting in the yard, and all my friends from Kentucky were just going, back, back, back. And I was just throwing up, they felt like shit's coming out my nose and shit. And then the next morning, I woke up and I'm sitting there, and I started thinking about the night before, and I'm still wearing the jacket, and I was like, oh no. And I just kind of looked down at the pocket, and I'm like, yeah, I took that shit off, and I was like, this is an expensive jacket. Like, I'm throwing it away. I was like, that's a horror movie right there in that pocket. You know what I mean? I was like, I can't look in it. I was like, we can't see what's in there. We just gotta move
All right,
on.
thank you guys for watching another episode of the Out of There podcast. We had so much to talk about, man. We had fun out here, I think. You know,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a good
we
time.
had
Good
fun.
time.
So I mean, this ain't gonna be the last, podcast I come over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
we
sir.
do this shit.
Definitely not.
Anytime.
Definitely
I'm
not.
with that. So, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Where the K reach y'all on like social media stuff?
On Instagram, it's Cannon_Beck, KANNONBECK.
Boom.
For me, it's gonna be spell weird. It's Quixotal.
Is what?
Is it Quixotal Junior?
It's
might-
Quixotal
Your own
Junior.
Instagram,
It might
it's
be
just
Quixotal
It's
Junior.
Quixotal.
Just Quixotal.
Quixotal.
Quick soda?
Quixotal.
Quixotal. People used to call me Quick Soda, and it pissed me off.
And they
Quaalude
Quixotal,
Junior.
Dude, we could go.
Delon thought it was so funny.
Wow. All right, where they find you at, bro?
All right, on Insta it's chief._Keith. I'm pretty
Chief
sure.
Keith.
Yeah.
And on Instagram and Snap, pretty much everywhere, it's X Preston Myers X.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
all right, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of there.
I smoke another J. Do it today. I'm sitting with Tay. We fucking these girls in the
Messing with my
bay.
mic, bro.
I'm stupid. Play with a heart like
Feedback.
I'm Cupid.
Moan.
Yeah, I'm loopy. Fucking that girl, she poopy. I think she's hanky, yeah.
Pressed on the
I do
mic
not
right
fuck with
now.
no bitch, I'm wanky, yeah. Yeah. Nothing up here work. Never